Hey guys, Coach Crafts here. I'm here with Josh, Mr. Bass and Bucks himself, the best videographer in the game. If you don't know, make sure you check out Bass and Bucks. Josh, he's young, he wants to grow muscle. This is what we see with a lot of younger guys especially, and younger women too, because you're seeing Instagram, they want to see their legs, their butt, their back. Everybody wants to see growth, and it's great if you go to the gym. But Josh, here's what happens. It's people go, I want to look like this, I want to eat like this, and I'm going to work out like this. I go, what direction are you going? And they go, I'm spinning in circles. Well, no joke, because they're all not matching up. And so you've been trying to gain weight for how long now?
2 months.
2 months. Yeah. Okay, and you're going, hey, and you have gained some.
Yeah.
How much?
I have 10, 15 pounds.
10, 15 pounds, beautiful. How many more pounds do you want to gain? You're at
30 probably.
30 more pounds?
Yeah.
So close to about 200 pounds?
Yeah, close.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you're sitting at 168 right now?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you were 160 when we started the journey?
150 something.
Oh, sorry, yeah.
52.
There you go, okay.
152.
152 when you started. So there you go. So if we can gain 50 pounds.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you always been skinny?
Oh, yeah. I went to a nutritionist actually to gain weight, and I still couldn't gain weight. So I just have a really fast metabolism, and it's hard to gain weight.
You're what we call the hard gainer.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you go, man, I want to get big. And then you have the fat people that go, how do I get skinny? I hate you. Everybody wants what they're not. And so this is what I do a lot of times with our clients in here. We look at how many calories you should be eating, right? The whole macro, because people go, oh, I'm eating enough, or I'm eating clean. I don't know what that means. If you can't really measure it, it's not really science. And so what we do is we break everything down to a scientific level here. We just put you in a calculator. 19 years old, male, 168 pounds, 6'1", and you do exercise about 6 days a week. So you have what's called your basal metabolic rate, your BMR. If you were to sit still in that chair for 24 hours, your body burns 1,831 calories. Why does it burn that many calories?
Breathing, I think. Yeah.
Your lungs are muscle. They're going to expand, they're going to contract.
Yeah.
Your heart is going to beat. So you have continual engines running in your body. How do we feed those? So people go, oh, well, let me just eat less. Calories in to calories out, right? Yes, somewhat. But at 1,831 calories, do you know how many, if your heart beats about 70 beats per minute, do you know how many times your heart is going to beat today?
No, that's a hard number.
Your heart will beat, just if it's 70 beats a minute, that's almost you not even working out, not even getting up to the 120s, 150 BPM, if you're working out, doing cardio or any of that. Just at about 70 beats a minute, your heart will beat over 104,000 times in 24 hours, right? You're gonna do stuff, even sitting still. Even if we gave you a catheter and you didn't even have to get up to pee, you're gonna be burning 1,831 calories. So I kind of say it's like driving a car, we need gas. So I know this is like saying, hey, if you, the 1831s, let's just say 18 gallons of gas, if you just turned your car on, your truck on, and left it in the driveway, it's gonna, in 24 hours, it's gonna burn through 18 gallons of gas because the engine's running. For you, it's the same thing. We're just sitting here, you're burning 1,800 calories. If you were to take your truck and drive to Dallas, Texas and back, do you think it's gonna take more than 18 gallons?
Oh yeah.
That's like you going to the gym now. So you can't just be eating the 1,800 calories, you gotta eat a lot more. But not only that, you're trying to bulk. So just with your workouts, you're sitting at about, because of heavy exercise, we put you in a calculator that's called a TDEE calculator, total daily energy expenditure. So it's your basal metabolic rate plus how you're exercising. And if you're going 6 days a week, that takes your BMR up to 3,100 calories. 3,100 calories a day. You go, okay, that's just for you working out. That's just to maintain your weight right now, 3,100 calories. But you go, hold on, I want to bulk. We're gonna add about another 500 calories on top of that. So you need to be eating about 3,700 calories a day.
So what do you recommend, like, for the highest protein, like, foods?
Your fish, your steak, your chicken, venison. I know you're big on that as well. We looked that up. If you have 12 ounces of venison, it was about 104 grams of protein. Yeah. So you, just by looking at your total daily exercise expenditure calculator, you need 274 grams of protein a day. So you said, okay, I have venison, it's 104 grams. Then I have a protein shake, yes? Or
I have the Myostim.
The Myostim, okay, so 15 grams of protein, 3 eggs. Each egg is typically about 10 grams of protein. So 3 of those plus the Myostim, that's another 45 on top of 104. So that puts us about 150. You need 274. You need another 124 grams of protein. So that's eating, you're gonna eat about 6 times a day. Yeah. You have to continually feed. You have to overeat. You have to feel like crap. Then when you go work out, we gotta feed carb, especially if you wanna grow. You have to have carbs. Don't be afraid of carbs, people, especially if you're in the gym. That's what Wheaties was made for. You could have rice, the salmon and rice before you go work out. Have that again after you work out. You want the simple carbs as well, because the simple carbs are gonna take that protein, really ingest it into the bloodstream, a lot quicker than having complex carbs like your veggies and your fruits. Now, I'm not saying don't have veggies and fruits, and just we discussed the American Cancer Society wants us to have 9 to 12 servings of fruits and veggies a day. So yeah, 274 grams of protein, 142 grams of fat, 320 grams of carbs. Now people go, oh, I don't count calories. Well, that's weird. You count your gas, you count your bank account, you count your weight, and count calories.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I don't do it. Well, okay, then if you're not getting your desired outcome, then maybe you should start.
Yeah.
You know, and it's really simple, because then you start looking at food as numbers and fuel as opposed to emotional eating. Oh, I want to eat this because I like it. That doesn't matter. Nobody goes, when your gas light goes off on the truck, do you go, yes, I get to go to the gas station? No, but we do that when it comes to food. Yes, I want to go eat my favorite food. BS. Fill the body up. That's what the body wants. The body wants the fats. It wants the proteins. It wants the carbs. So look at food as fuel, not as emotion. No, I'm not saying you can't ever eat as emotion. Like, have your Thanksgiving, have your Christmas dinners, have your birthday dinner, have fun. You know, it's about yin and yang, but 90% of the time we can calculate what we're eating, then you can start to grow muscle. That's the only way you're gonna grow muscle. It doesn't matter if you're taking steroids. You still have to feed the body. Well, we have a lot of things that we can do to boost your appetite, because that's the hardest part for hard gainers, is they don't feel hungry. And you said you started taking Myostim and, oh man, I started feeling hungry. Good. This is how you start to grow. You gotta be that. You're in infancy stages of muscle growth right now. The more you can eat, if we can get you to eat 3,700 calories a day, within 2 weeks to 4 weeks, guarantee you'll put on another 10 pounds. And it's time and consistency. You can't be skipping days. Oh, I had fun. I went out hunting and, I couldn't have a lot of, well, then that's on you.
Yeah.
What are your goals for that point in time? I can't take out food in the deer stand because then they're going to smell it and they're not going to come by. I'm sorry.
I gotta eat.
Maybe you don't grow during hunting season.
If anything, I'm gonna grow more because I'm gonna be shooting a lot more deer and eating a lot more.
Then eat before you go out and shoot. Then and just load up when you get back home.
What do you think about like protein bars? Should I be trying maybe eating those if I don't feel like eating, just a quick protein bar, so that way I can get something in?
Here's my thing about protein bars. Treat every bar as a Snickers bar.
Yeah.
It's not real food.
Yeah.
It's not real food. I'd rather you have more venison than a bar. Now, don't get me wrong, you can have a bar here and there. But when guys go buy packages of bars, I'm gonna have a protein bar every single day. Go look at the amount of sugar. Go look at the amount of preservatives. Go look at the amount of fillers that sit in those bars. And you go, well, shit, do I really want that?
Yeah.
I want real nutrient. I want living foods, or foods that were once living.
Yeah.
That's why you get so much protein from venison. You can't get that in a bar. The best way to get protein is through a powder, and then you reconstitute the powder with your water, with your milk or almond milk, whatever it is, so that way we can really get that reconstitution, because when it's powdered form, you don't have to have the fillers and the binders and the preservatives in there, because it's a powder form. When it's already made, ready to eat for 2 years, it will last. Tell me how healthy that really is.
Yeah.
In the grand scheme of things. Again, you can have it here and there, but don't live off of them every single day. Oh, it's 12 o'clock, I can have my protein bar.
Yeah.
Don't do that, but have them here and there if you'd like. I'm all for it, especially if you're trying to grow.
Yeah.
Your body can take fake stuff here and there, but we don't want to live off fake stuff.
So pretty much just got to eat 500 more calories, or even more than that, what I'm eating right now.
Yeah, because you were eating about 3,000 calories, so you were good at maintaining.
Yeah.
You're going, well, crap. How do I grow? We got to grow 500 minimum more.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's why I said 37.
Glad I bought the Myostim, everybody. So I did post a TikTok. I'm gonna actually probably put it up right now, a little overlapping. But I actually put it in a shake. I didn't know you're supposed to mix it with water. So
it's an orange flavor.
Yeah, it's an orange flavor. So mix it with water. What I do is I actually mix it with water. I drink the water down to half, put the 1 scoop of Myostim in, and then I actually fill the rest up with orange juice. And you actually can't taste the Myostim at all in the shake, so it tastes exactly like orange juice, you're drinking orange juice. So that's an easy way for me, because for me it's kind of a struggle. If I don't want to eat something because it doesn't taste good, then I usually don't eat it. So it's easier for me to mix a little bit of orange juice in there, and then I can drink it a lot better, or a lot quicker, because I actually like the taste.
Yeah, I'm gonna have my Myostim as we're talking right now.
That being said, I know this video is titled "How to Gain Muscle Fast." If y'all, the moral of the story pretty much is eat double what you think you can eat, and then
if you want to grow,
if you want to grow, if you don't want to grow, then, or if you need to get skinny, then half probably.
Yeah, I have women that come in here and go, Jonas, how do I get a bigger butt? Because I keep working, but I don't see. I said, go eat more tacos.
Yeah.
Go eat more food. You just don't, like, if you're trying to grow, that's the funny thing about food, because when I came from the NFL, I wanted the same thing going from high school to college. How do I get bigger? How do I get bigger? How do I get stronger? It was eat. Also eat late at night. Have your peanut butter and jellies late at night. My dad, he played professional football also, and he was a strength conditioning coach. He goes, Jonas, here's what I want you to do. I want you to have peanut butter and jelly sandwich at night, and I want you to have 24 ounces of Budweiser, not Bud Light. He goes, we got to get calories in the body.
Like a beer?
A beer. If you're 21 years old, okay?
Yeah.
You're not.
Yeah, no. I was like, wait, what? A beer at night?
So, but that was what my dad told me in college, because it's get the carbs in there, so that way your body can grow at night. But also, I was getting up in the morning at 5 a.m. to go work out.
Yeah.
We did the same thing as I was getting in the NFL. Right after a workout, what do? We deplete the glycogen storage. We deplete all the sugars. And so your body really wants sugar. So after I would work out going into the NFL, my trainers would put a protein shake and they pour a beer in there. So you can get the carbs in it. Just one, so you can get the carbs. It's not, alcohol is decent. One drink. When you start going over 2 drinks, that's when the alcohol content takes over the calorie content.
And it dehydrates you, right? Yeah.
Yes. So if we're just working out, that simple sugar, or those simple carbs that are in that beer, remember, they're going to ingest the protein into the bloodstream a lot quicker. So that way your body refuels. We want to go work out, but when we work out, what do? We rip the body. We tear the body. We tear the muscle, because what do we want to do? We want that muscle to heal. That's why we have amino acids and protein. So that way now we can mend that scar, and we can scar that tissue. That's all muscle is. It's scar tissue built on top of scar tissue. And you go, hey, I look like Arnold Schwarzenegger now. I have a big rock.
Yeah.
Beautiful. That's what it is. It's ripping the body, but then it's repairing the body. I would say we don't mind chaos as long as it's controlled chaos. Meaning, I'm going to make sure, I'm going to create chaos in the body, I'm ripping the muscles, but as long as I can control it, amino acids, antioxidants, carbohydrates, protein, make sure it all heals back together. It's consistency plus time. And once you get those, that's how your body starts to build and recruit that muscle. Then we start putting more stress on the joints. Then we start putting more stress on the bones. That's not good. We have to eat.
So do you recommend working out? How many days a week do you recommend working out to really gain muscle?
To gain, there's always rules of thumb on this. Some guys go, what is rest day? How do I work out that muscle? Where's my rest muscle? How do I work that out? You have those guys. I think as long as you're programming, that's going to be everybody. Who's programming your workouts? And what are you doing? What's your volume look like? What's your reps and sets look like? How often are you doing that? How often are you changing it up? Are you doing explosion work? Are you doing strength work? Are you doing hypertrophy work? Are you doing slow twitch work?
Yeah.
There's so many different ways to do this. You want to mess with all of them. Sets from 20 and 30, really rip the muscle. Coming down to hypertrophy work, sets of 8 to 10, really building the belly of the muscle. Then you want your strength work, 4 to 6. I want to get stronger. I need to put my central nervous system under attack, meaning I need to get under a bar at bench, and this needs to be heavy. I need to be shaking. Now my central nervous system is fired up. That's going to make my muscles grow even more.
So you recommend higher weight, lower reps?
I recommend all the above.
Okay.
So when somebody says, well, Jonas, do you want a lot of weight or do you want volume? I say yes. There's no one way or there's no one way about it. It's not, just do this. It's about doing explosion, for squats. Again, putting that nervous system under attack, right? I want to load that bar up on squat heavy. I want to be be safe.
Yeah, don't hurt yourself.
But if you can have a spotter and you've been doing it, but when you go under there and you can have a good weight and you're going to do a set of 3, that's what's going to fire up the nervous system. Then I'm going to take a long break because I want that ATP in my muscles. I want that energy in my muscles.
How long of a break do you recommend?
The heavier you go, the longer break.
Okay.
So let's just say sets of 1 to 3. I'm probably going to rest for 3 minutes.
Gotcha.
Sets of 4 to 6, building strength. I'm probably going to rest about 2.5 to maybe even another 3 minutes because I want to get back under there and be really strong again before I hit that next set of 4 or 5. Mm-hmm. It's really exploding that muscle, but we need it to rest because you can only be powerful so many times.
Yeah.
Think about football. You see a guy make a big run, a running back, and then they keep him in the game. That's not good.
Yeah.
And they give him the ball the next time, his run's garbage. And so it's best. A lot of times you see those guys, big plays happen. They tap out. Hey, let me get a breather real quick. Run another play so that way my body can rest and recover, and then I can go back out there and have the same amount of intensity to go hit it again. Same thing when we're working out. If you're going to hit it, you don't go, okay, I got 45 seconds. No. Let your body recover in between the sets. And then so let's say 8 to 12 hypertrophy, maybe resting 1.5 minutes, 2 minutes. Anything long distance, and we're going to work that slow twitch, sets of 20, sets of 30. That's when it's a little bit more cardio conditioning, but also we're ripping the hell out of that muscle, which is really good too. And that's really going to help the joints too, right? There's so many different ways to work out. That's where it comes to programming. So what I would do if I was you watching this still, I would go find somebody that you like. There's so many influencers that work out good. Go find somebody's body which is similar to yours. And a lot of these, which is really cool, a lot of these influencers show their before picture. Hey, you know what? This guy was skinny. He kind of reminds me of me. I want to see his workouts. Maybe even reach out to him. Hey man, you inspire me a lot.
A lot of them have courses too that you could
Yeah,
look
that you
at,
could-
and see what they eat and all that kind of stuff.
Reach out to them. It doesn't hurt. I mean, a lot of times they feel good about that. That's why they're working out, to inspire others. They're not just working out to work out for themselves. That's why they're posting everything. They want to inspire you.
I think we should wrap it up here. We could, like you said, we could talk about
Yeah,
this all day long.
we can get into
that's kind of how you basically gain muscle quick. Is you got to eat more than you burn. I think that's for it goes for everything.
Yeah.
Anyways, I'll let Mr. Coach Crass here conclude out the video.
Well, Josh, I want to see you. I want to see you grow. I want to see you gain. I want to see, and then even with your calories, put it in the MyFitnessPal app. It's a free app. Go get it. Just put your numbers in. Figure out what your numbers are on the TDEE calculator. By the way, the website is tdeecalculator.net. That's just one of the ones that we use. There's several that are on the internet just to figure out that calculator. But once you start that, once you understand that, once you get your baseline, then we can start to build. Because it's not really science if you cannot measure. Start to measure, start to grow, start to see the gains and the physique that you really want. So guys, Coach Crass coming at you as always. Get your mind right.